Hello, everyone. Oh, who made it? Who made the sound? Yes, I had the name. I can get it to you. Because they actually did another soundtrack that was really cool. Oh, I don't remember. I feel terrible. I'll get it to you, I promise. Next time I'll have it ready. Right. Welcome, everyone. We're about to do lore, so very likely I'm not going to be able to look at chat for a while. But I hope you guys enjoy. There's a lot of pogging happening. Please, I'm trying to remain like focused. All right. Let's get started. I'm always surprised how little details there is about this event. Essentially, what went down after they found the sword for the first time. Hopefully today we're going to find a few more details about it. As far as I knew, Salvador never had anything to do with the void. Then again, I think his entire empire did have something to do with it. Dimensions or something. Ah, that's the kind of thing my little sister would know. We're getting closer to the actual events, like the most recent events. I think it's important to separate what has been gathered from records and what is actually contemporary record keeping. So, very clearly, Jaek is a danger. However, I have no real idea of how dangerous he actually is. And the only way to actually find that out is to go have some recon. Now, usually, I would have a couple of spies or intel masters be able to do this work for me. But in our current situation, it's a bit more complicated, of course. Oh god, I left my door open. See, this is what I mean. I have to live on my own, and I have to think about those things. Oh. I don't want to leave this bed. But I have to. I have to get up and I have to do things because now I am alone to deal with the entirety of what I do. So, this cult of piglins is in the Nether, and I have found traces of where it might be. So the plan is to go invisible, to have some fire resistance, and an elytra on hand, be ready to run if need be. But if I can infiltrate and have a look at what this threat is actually about, I might have a better idea of if it is smart of me to partake in this war, or if I really should just leave this place, keep going. I would feel bad losing the house, and I haven't even got the time to build a tree yet. But safety before comfort, I suppose. So, should I put my boots on? Usually mobs don't mind if you have one piece of equipment on you. If you're invisible, they still can't see you. So I might just keep my boots in case I don't pay enough attention and my invisibility runs out. I don't think anybody else is around, so the less people see me come in, the better it's going to be. Invisibility, fire resistance. We keep the glass for later, because now we cannot waste it. Let's go. That's ominous. Thankfully, we're going in the other direction. Let's see. Yes, invisibility is working. I should have gold ready in case I need to distract one of those. Oh. I think that passes the invisibility test. Good. Okay. It has been so long since I've brewed something. I was kind of worried. Alright, so from my records, it should be just past here. We're looking for a blue path. Yeah, I think that might be it. Just go down and then I'll remove my elytra. Whoop. So, following a blue path until an obsidian obelisk. No, wait. Blackstone obelisk. Yeah, that looks like it. Then you follow the torches until you see a bridge. It's one of the torches. Oh, I didn't even realize I can't see my hands. Oh, this is trippy. It's not every day I had to go invisible. So bridge, and then you stick to the right of the cliff. I'm suspecting this is the cliff. And this kind of looks like a stairs. Let's go. That looks like a bastion. I think I found it. Okay. Well, what's that? Probably check it out on the way back. Oh, yes. Oh, that is definitely the right place. Full of zombified. Honestly, I was expecting a lot more security. Oh. Okay, follow the blackstone. Oh. That is... Oh, it keeps going. What are statues of Jaek? Why is there a chicken here? I'm so lost. And what the heck is a Rufus? Oh. Okay, still invisible. I should be fine. If they haven't trapped this entrance, they probably should. What is... Oh. Whoa. That's one of the command blocks. Okay, that is strange. I'm at the base of the tower. Oh, I was over here. All right. Oh, what is that? Oh my god. Okay. I need to get back up. Hopefully nobody minds. Nitro's off. Empty hand. Okay. That looks to be an old part of the bastion. Ow. Oof. Can I get out from here? How does anybody get out? Oh. Okay, they don't seem to be able to see me yet. But if I place evidence, it's going to be even worse. More information on Rufus. Is that Rufus? Looks like some kind of lava monster, probably. There was that tower over here. Don't mind me. Oh, the entrance seemed to be potentially trapped. Good to know when I get back. They are well equipped, but it's all only gold. And I've seen everybody on this server walk around with netherite. Which is fucking insane when you think about it. Oh. Everybody running around in netherite. You really have a thing for this Rufus. Okay. And they also have a thing for Jaek. That looks precarious. Ugh. Oh, something new. I suppose that's how he got their loyalty. With gold. And I suppose it won't be so easy to undo all of that. Shh. I'm infiltrating. Don't blow my cover. They have prisoners too. Don't think I can just release them with no consequences. I don't know where that goes, but it's interesting to know that they have a portal that goes directly at the center of their base. Oh. That is a throne room if I've ever seen one. Why is it not full? Did he die? Or I suppose the piglins are resistant to fire, but Jaek isn't. Although, with his abilities and his command blocks, he should be able to be lava resistant. Okay, what does that... Oh! And that's a good thing? Oh, Jesus. Here I am again, apparently. I was trying to escape this side. Oh, piglins in netherite. Now that's more along the lines of what I was expecting. Right, let's get inside. Take the elytra off. Oh, there's actually a pretty good view from up here. You can see the tower with the command blocks down there. You can see Rufus quite well. Oh. Wait. That's not just a piglin. That's a builder, isn't it? I should know Jaek had more allies. Where's he going? Throne room. What is he doing? Oh.
Person.
Oh.
Person.
Oh.
No. Rufus.
Wait. Oh.
Leave.
Ow.
Person.
Wait. You're a piglin. Do you like gold? Do you like gold?
God.
Okay. We're trading now, right? We're trading.
Yeah.
Ow. You're not gonna feed me to Rufus, right?
God, no.
Okay. Okay, I hope it's fine. I'm here to see Jaek.
Jaek pretty. Jaek busy.
Yes. So I have heard, yes. You can talk.
Yes. Self say words.
Yeah. You're the first piglin that I know who can talk.
Yeah, stealth smart piggy. Ugly pigly, but stealth smart piggy.
Oh. Well, I suppose it's impressive that you can talk in English at least, and not just in piglin.
Yeah. Jaek good teach.
Oh, he's been teaching you. Please back away. He's been teaching you. So you're smart.
Yeah.
I
know. Person?
1 second. I'm coming back.
Person, go.
Oh. Oof. I think one of your command blocks is acting up. Okay, so do you want some?
No.
Okay. Some more gold?
Yes. Gold.
Here you go. One more gold. So you're intelligent, right?
Yeah.
That means you know that there's a war going on, correct?
War, yeah. War.
Yeah. So Jaek is going to need allies. in this war?
Ally?
Uh,
Ally?
allies, yes. Friends. Friends?
Friends.
Yes. So Jake is going to need friends in this war.
Jake friend. Yeah, Jake want friend, yeah.
And I'm a new person. So I could be one of Jake's friends.
Hmm.
But
You, Jake?
I'm not going to be able to be one of Jake's friends if you feed me to Rufus. That's Rufus down here, right?
Yeah, Rufus. If stealth bad, stealth see Rufus.
Oh,
Rufus scary. Rufus.
yeah. Man. So, if you want Jake to have friends, you cannot feed me to Rufus. You have to let me go.
Jake friend. Jake friend good? Person?
Apologies.
Hello.
Yes, I don't want to just be running. I have to make sure that you let me go. Oh my god. Is it okay if I talk to you from down here? Oh. Thank you.
Jake friend good, yes?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Jake friend leave.
Okay. Can I come back if I need to? Can I tell the other piglins that you let me come back? That I'm allowed here? Just in case I need to talk to Jake or you.
Yeah. Jake sometimes yell at stuff. But yeah. Jake pretty though. Jake pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Have some more gold. You've been very helpful.
Thank you.
And I know it's hard to learn to speak English correctly. I've done it too, so.
Anglais diff.
Yeah. Goodbye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that's where he comes from. Oh god, I haven't realized my invisibility had cut off. Okay, I hope his authorization is going to be enough to allow me to leave without too much issue. Honestly, if I was them, I would have trapped the hell out of this door. Okay. That was...
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I distinctly remember telling you that maybe you shouldn't go near this place.
You scared me so bad.
Sorry, I have a... Oh, shut up.
Oh. We should go.
I'll be back to deal with you later. Fuck off. Sorry about that.
It's fine.
So,
that wasn't my best mission, I'm going to be honest.
Word of advice, don't use the front door when you're infiltrating.
Did you just see me come in?
Yeah, I watched you the entire time. Although I couldn't really see you when you were talking to Stealth in the throne room. I mostly was just making guesses on where you were, but yeah.
Okay, so my invisibility did work most of the time, right? I just didn't keep an eye on it.
Yes, it gave out the second time you were messed with by that command block. I'm afraid that was my doing. It was one of the most accessible blocks, and I don't know. That it's new to me.
I was thinking maybe it was some kind of protection system. to bring
Maybe?
outsiders to a cage, so you messed with it so it didn't bring me to the right place then, possibly?
Yeah, I'll admit I was mostly just trying to steal it because I don't really feel like talking to Jake.
Uh,
But this seems to be getting to the point where I have no choice but to talk to him. So
didn't he send comment blocks to everyone, though? I think I heard somebody say that.
yes, but he would need to find me to be able to send me one.
Yeah, and I suppose this isn't going to end up well with that.
Mm.
Why are you personally involved with Jake and his cult? Because Kevin, I would understand their house got bombed, and Luke got his entire city taken from him. But you?
I don't really have any beef with Jake. I have problems with the piglins he has recruited.
Really? That's not what I would
Well,
have expected.
not all of them. I mean, most of them now are pretty much just clones. Those ones at the gates were made by command blocks he's made by spawners that he spawned in. They're just kind of husks. They're closer to the zombies than the piglins, like stealth or anything, which is weird. I hadn't seen him around, but that's besides the point. Yeah, Jake didn't build up that bastion. I don't think he could build anything himself if he tried, honestly.
Are we going back to the Bastion?
No, we're going somewhere else.
Oh.
Jake
Hold on.
found the bastion after I did, presumably, while I was stuck in the nether after the incident at the Woodland Mansion.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, there was a slight issue when I was chasing Luke back. The portal did not take us back onto the nether roof. It took us down below it. Meaning there was no clear path back to Sun Valley, and once I lost track of him, I was just lost. With, melting gear and...
Oh.
Get down, get down, get down, get down.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Not very good in PvP, but at least I have some ability with the bow. Oh.
Of course they blew up the fucking bridge.
What is this place?
This is the Conqueror's Spire.
Oh! We're going to see it?
Yeah, it wasn't that far. They probably didn't mention it in the books, but this is the closest I ever got to Sun Valley before everything went wrong. Didn't even realize the wall opened for a while, but that's besides the point.
Oh, you mean when you were lost in the nether?
Yeah, but to make a long story short, I found the bastion and convinced them to let me stay with them, considering I was kind of dying and all that. And in return for letting me live, I taught them how to build and reacquainted them with netherite.
I thought Jake did that.
Yeah, no. Jake, he's not that good at teaching. But there was a slight issue with the bastion. There was kind of a coup.
A coup?
And yeah, the old chieftain got murdered, and then I got chucked off a ledge into some lava. And then I eventually made it back to Sun Valley. So that was fun. But it seems like Jake has gotten those piglins wrapped around his finger, at least for now. I can't imagine they're too happy with all the casualties that I've been inflicting, and Jaek doesn't really seem to care. Like, at all. I've been trying to get him to do something about it for a while, but he just makes spawners. He's just slowly replacing them with a mindless army.
From a strategic standpoint, it makes some sort of sense.
It does. Jaek doesn't want people to lead. This isn't what it's about. Jaek just wants more and more.
Yeah, he wants things to lead.
There's nothing behind that mask except greed. That's it. I can appreciate his simplicity as an enemy, but, I mean, it makes him more difficult to deal. Well, enemy, I really
adversary?
I suppose. He could be a threat to me eventually. He attacked Kev for seemingly no fucking reason, so...
And he does have an army which nobody else on this server has. From what I can tell, at least.
I mean, yeah, for whatever reason, no one else has thought to do what he's doing with command blocks, so... I mean, hell, if they could just fucking kill him with one. If they're as powerful as Luke claims they are. But, I mean, I guess no one thought of that.
That actually raises the question. What is better in a command block? Is it its edge, or is it the shield it can provide?
I have no idea.
Because if he can protect himself from getting one shot with a command, then yeah, that plan just doesn't work.
I know. I honestly don't know. Command blocks, as far as I'm concerned, are foreign. It's technology, and that is something that I am not acquainted with. It's more of Luke's wheelhouse. Because my world didn't have stuff like that. The closest I could consider being is high magic, but even then, it's...
I wish my sister was here.
You mentioned her before.
Probably. One of the two.
More magically inclined?
Yeah. The younger sister of our trio was always the one that had an idea of how things worked, because she had her hands in every kind of research. Be it magic, be it dimensions, be it enchantment, potions, rune carvings. She essentially would go headfirst into a project and then dedicate herself to it until she had mastered everything. And then she would just go and do something else. So we ended up with a warden in the garden once. It was an entire story.
Sounds like it.
I miss her.
We actually... That's fair. I think we did have a skulk outbreak at one point in my homeland, but we managed to contain it pretty fast.
Oh.
Thankfully. Yeah, it we essentially had systems for moving magical energy around easily. And unfortunately, one of the towers ended up getting skulk in it, and it fed off of that, and the entire tower was eaten. It was a mess to clean up.
That's surprising. The only thing I've ever seen skulk respond to was essentially souls, memories. So that makes me wonder how your magic was moving around, Everil.
Well, the magic in there was effectively forced into a liquid form. The towers were more like aqueducts.
Close enough to XP orbs, I suppose.
Precisely.
And my fire resistance has run out, so maybe we should leave the nether. Oh, yes. All that.
Well, we can go. We can start heading back. That is the next thing I wanted to discuss, actually. Jake's friend, huh? Was that a clever lie, or do I need to be concerned about that? Ah, what the fuck?
Is the floor safe? Are you okay?
It's the fucking command block.
Oh.
That wasn't part of the script. That wasn't part of the script. Hold on.
Alright, I'm closing my eyes if you want to reappear in the tower.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
Ah, here you are.
Yeah.
Played with that block until it spat you out. Oh. Well, that's a good thing I didn't answer your question right away. No, clever lied. Aimed at survival mostly. What was the expression? I got caught with my pants down. I wasn't expecting somebody to be here.
That's understandable. I honestly wasn't expecting it either. I suppose we both learned something.
But it would be very opportunistic in a foolish way of me to just start making alliances before I have an idea of the actual political climate of this place, of this server.
That's understandable.
Plus, when most people that have been kind to you warn you against somebody, you don't just disregard that.
I mean, yeah. Jaek isn't exactly trustworthy. It's how he got the tools. He tricked Kev's sister into getting them for him, and then he just killed her.
Kevin's sister?
Atlas, yes.
Oh, that's a connection I haven't made. There isn't a lot on record about Atlas.
She was a newer member. I had only just met her when they came to take the tools from me. That was the first time I interacted with her and Mr. Smith.
Yet another name I don't know much about.
Although I knew Mr. Smith from what Sal told me.
Has he said anything about where he's from?
Sal?
Salvador, yes.
He wouldn't give me much. I suppose it depends on which Sal we're talking about, the captain or the actual Sal that we were talking to all that time.
I am confused about what that means.
The Sal we were talking to was not actually the one that is Leon's father. It was a dimensional variant of him that took his place. From all I could understand, Sal, as we knew him, was a planeswalker that was serving some force to complete tasks in worlds.
A planewalker?
And he would use the appearance of whatever version of him was in that world that was convenient to that completion. So he used the captain's face. This is back to the stronghold. We don't want to be here.
Oh no. I have to admit I got a bit turned around and distracted by what we were talking about.
Same. Be mindful of the edge there.
Yes.
Oh. This way.
More piglin. And a ghast somewhere. Be careful.
Yep. I think it's behind that. Truth be told, Sal didn't really know much himself about his origins, so I unfortunately didn't learn much. Here we are. We're back on the path now.
Thank you. It's always so hot in the Nether.
It is a hell dimension, so I mean, it kind of comes with territory.
Well, I would have preferred an icy hell, to be clear, but that's asking too much, apparently. Though I suppose being overwhelmingly hot is more close to hell than being cold.
Depends on how you look at it. Regardless, I would, even though you got the clear at this time, I really wouldn't recommend going back there. The the normal mindless piglins can be fooled with gold, but the brutes are always going to attack you, even if you got the clear from stealth.
Mm-hmm. And you did tell me Jaek was good with his words.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's one of his few skills, lying.
I'm not presumptuous enough to think that I could fool him easily. Oh, here you are.
Mm.
I almost shot you.
It'd be fine. This netherite isn't just for show.
That would have been quite a way to thank you for helping me.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm getting inside.
Alright.
Come in.
But yeah, I've mostly been trying to figure out exactly where most of the accomplices in that coup are and deal with them. The main issue is, as you probably heard me mention when we were talking with Kev, getting them to be not immortal.
So, Jaek protects some of the piglins that did the insurrection. Well,
and
the
other
coup.
Ones that are closer to him, and they're important to keeping everything running smoothly.
And he lets the other, let's call them organic piglins, just die off, so he can replace them by clones?
Yep, they are cannon fodder. And it stops them from ever being able to rise against him.
From the way you just walked into my house, I assume you've been snooping around here already?
I'm sorry. No, actually. I wasn't thinking.
In which case, I suppose the blue just informed you about the fact that this is my house.
Yes. It's very nice. I did see it on my way into the nether earlier.
You're welcome to come in.
Thank you.
I know the absence of doors may be a bit confusing.
It's...
Please don't ruin my decoration.
It's okay. I thought they closed, my bad.
Come up here if you'd like. I have a place that we could use probably to be able to talk.
Okay.
That's probably nicer.
Ooh, very nice. Please, Minecraft. Thank you.
I'm going to remove my boots now.
Understandable. My inventory's always fucking full, goddammit.
Oh, I'll actually take that. I need both of those.
Okay, there you go.
It is very painful to be in a world where you don't have all of the convenience that you're used to. Okay, these two. Thank you. Maybe not that, but thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay, I'll take everything and I'll just sift through it later. Thank you for the housewarming gifts.
Of course, of course. Where were we again? Right, immortality, piglins. Yeah, it keeps them from rising against him, and he gets an army for free.
Yeah, but you don't care about the main big army, you only care about the one that he's protecting close to him.
Well, unfortunately, I might have to start caring about it if just thinning the numbers doesn't convince him that they're not doing their job and he needs to weaken them. I might have to actually get involved in fucking with his plans.
Thinking of plans, do you have any idea of what he'll be up to next? You've known him for way longer than I have.
Which
isn't difficult, since I haven't even seen him once.
If I had to guess, he's probably going to attack Sun Valley at some point.
That would...
I don't think he's going to be satisfied with New Sand City alone.
That would be the next logical option.
I mean, that's the only other major settlement here, really.
Do we have any idea of how he took over New Sand City? Because if it worked there, maybe it will work here, if nothing gets done to prevent it.
I'll be honest, I don't know much about what happened there. I just know that they invaded. But I mean, all it would take is just getting nether portals at the right coordinates, and they could open portals right in the center of the city.
Which is actually something that I have observed in his HQ. The Rose Bastion has a portal that leads directly at its core.
There you go.
But I have no idea where it pops to in the overworld.
I'll need to investigate that at some point then.
Mm-hmm. Have you talked to Luke about it? Or about New Sand City to get an idea of what's going on?
No, I haven't spoken to him since... How long ago was New Sand City taken?
You're asking a lot out of me.
Fair enough. It was well before that.
Yeah. I think... So it was around the time of the peace talks, correct?
Yes, just before. Luke had just told me he was planning to talk with him, and I laughed in his face.
Oof.
He could have ended this situation very fucking easily, and he refuses to. So, I don't have much sympathy for him.
You're still very much a partisan of just using the biggest power at your disposal to get rid of a problem efficiently.
If he doesn't want to use the power associated with his title, he shouldn't have the title anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He was given the power, he was called this operator and given this power to stop situations exactly like this. And instead, he's just beating around the bush as Jaek literally burns half the fucking world down.
Well, I have to say I'm not too familiar with what an operator actually is supposed to do. So I wouldn't be able to tell one way or another if he's doing a good job or not.
Well, back in his world, he fancied himself a superhero, protecting the innocent, He even had the tights, but that's a side point.
Image aside, that's an interesting tone to relay that information with. Especially coming from someone who was apparently pacified without any bloodshed, despite the presence of all of the mysterious tools on the scene.
Because they threatened my research.
Oh.
Having the tools are connected to the world, and I got insights from having some of them. It's the entire reason we found the tools. I got visions and knew where they were.
Oh.
That aside, Luke is quite literally a walking command block. He could have stopped this issue the moment it was discovered that the piglins had command blocks.
Do you know why he didn't?
Pride, maybe? I don't know.
Is he prideful? I haven't met him yet.
I mean, he's certainly stubborn. I'd believe he's prideful. He thinks he can solve the problem himself without using the powers. I suppose he's scared of it, maybe, or something. He wasn't that scared when he had the mysterious sword, so, I mean, it's nothing new.
I really need to meet him someday. I'm surprised he hasn't showed up yet. I would think just a house popping up next to where his used to be would attract his attention, but...
Well, I don't really know where he is living these days, honestly. He's just kind of... I know he's in Sunstone Valley, so...
I think I saw him briefly on that boat over here while I was building my house. And he and Kevin and another person with a TV on his head started having a conversation.
The TV head person, that was Mr. Smith.
Oh, okay, good to know. That's one name linked to one new face.
Atlas wears all black, has a face mask, horns. I don't know why he doesn't do it. Honestly, I don't care anymore. If he's not gonna solve the problem, so it is what it is. I'm not going to try and tell him what to do, because he certainly doesn't fucking listen to me.
Well, Kevin seems to have an idea of why, and I assume I can just ask him if I ever meet him one day.
I suppose, yeah.
Do you need any help with your hunt? Supplies, then. if I'm apparently not allowed to go back there?
It isn't that you aren't allowed to go. I shouldn't have worded it like that. I advised you against it because you went in there with no armor, and you nearly got sacrificed to a hell worm.
That is fair. I had my elytra, but yeah, in some situations, just fleeing isn't enough.
Yes.
And unlike everybody here, I do not have netherite, which I need you to understand how insane it is to see everybody with elytra and full netherite.
It is extremely insane, yes.
The only people that used to have netherite in my world were the Empress, the Queen Empress, and her family. Literally, nobody else did. Even the nobles could only go up to diamonds, like the nobles and the Imperial Guards and the army, in case it ever happened.
Right.
So this is just a shock, a culture shock coming to this place.
I mean, like we kind of said before, there really are no rules. It's a commune. Effectively, we kind of just do our thing, sort of run on the notion of, hey, is it okay with you guys if I build this here? And we either go yeah or nah. And that worked pretty fine. The last few times someone has tried to take over, they were kind of just yelling and murdering people. There wasn't really any ruling happening. It's just, I have the knife, so I'm in charge.
I see. So I guess the spirit of conquest still does exist in this commune.
It's not even like good conquest, as it were, if conquest can be called good. There's no taking something to establish an order or anything. It's just taking it because they can.
It seems we're looping back to greed then. Careful. I have missed almost all of my shots today. This is embarrassing.
It's okay.
I'm not good under pressure. Like my Yelp probably told you when you surprised me.
This is all new for you, from my understanding.
Yeah.
You did say you were a noble, so no offense, but that does kind of take you away from a lot of this.
I had some basic PvP training, but I was always better with traps. And more than that, I was better with dealing with information. Having an idea of what was going on, resource management, those things were what I was good at.
You stood behind the lines. It's a good thing to have when you're in a larger. You mentioned an empress and empire. Yeah, the logistical machine is important for that.
Especially if you want everybody in your army to be able to function correctly. Well, this has been a very interesting conversation, and thank you for helping me get out of the Nether, and for the visit to the Conqueror's Spire.
No worries. If I get any notion of some way you can help me with the piglin situation, I'll happily let you know.
And just as an information, so far the only people that know that I don't intend on working for Jaek are you and me. So if you want to make use of this information, it's always possible. I could be a spy if you need me to be.
True. I'll think about it.
I'm curious to see what you're going to do with this opportunity, to be honest.
I suppose I am as well. I haven't actually had people on my side in something in a bit, so...
Really? I thought you were part of that resistance that Luke and Kevin seem to be a part of. Systematically.
Yes, I was one of the major members, and that was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. And the fight against Jaek? Are you not with them?
Not particularly, no. Keevan's neutral, and I'm not. I suppose I'm by the fact that I'm sabotaging his army. And if I learn something, then I might pass it their way, but for the most part, I'm not necessarily on either side.
Well,
I'm not going to join Jaek because I know he'll just as soon throw me aside. Because it's Jaek. And Luke.
Well, if I may give you a piece of advice from what I found in the records, one of the reasons why you had so much trouble before may have been because you were trying to do too much on your own. Find allies.
I'm trying. That's why I went to talk to Kevin them. Kevin Leon are somewhat willing to help, so that's good, but I still need to figure out the immortality issue. But one thing at a time. There's a diamond axe in here also, if you want it.
Oh, I do have one. Thank you, though.
Well, there's some enchanted crossbows, too.
I have a bow.
There you go. Never mind, then.
I have been going back to the very first structure that I saw coming in, the Ender farm, and I have been upgrading all of my gear as much as possible. The next step is going to be getting some actual netherite too, and then I can actually maybe be of some help to the people of this server.
Yeah. If you need help doing that, I'm down, I suppose.
Thank you. I'll let you know if I do. But for right now, I have a couple of things to chronicle, I suppose, and it's getting dark.
Right, yeah, I should be going too. I have some building I need to do, so.
Understood. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I just saw that fucking quartz. Where did it go? God damn it.
Okay, at least those are not for me, because I've slept recently. That was informative on a lot of levels. Let's see. I need to debrief. Perhaps up there. So what did we learn? Aside from the fact that I cannot walk upstairs like a normal person, amongst other things. We learned that most of Jake's forces are clones. So they are not actual organic piglins. How that's important, I don't know yet, but it is a fact. I suppose it makes their death less important, so suicide bombers could be an option. What else? Everall used to know a group of piglins that were benevolent enough, but they got taken over by a more hostile breed that then turned into the Rose Bastion that then Jaek took over. Luke has the power of what's the name? Of a command block and the knowledge to use it, but he doesn't. Why? I really need to meet him someday. Hopefully before this place gets destroyed. Because if Jaek truly intends to take this place next, it's going to be a disaster. Jaek is a man motivated by greed. Says Everall, who doesn't have a good read on who Luke is as a person, despite arguably having a lot of history with him. But I suppose when you have enemies, you don't really pay attention to their qualities, mostly to their flaws. And there's a possibility that there's a possibility that Everall is listening to absolutely everything I say, because he was sneaky, I did not hear him. Which means that the next order of business is going to be to create a room where I can think out loud without risking anybody else hearing me. Because as good-hearted as he seems, he also is able to hold quite a grudge, and he is nosy. I suppose I should update then the informations on him. Should probably update that. So he still has a grudge update against Luke. But it's also a revenge for the piglins that helped him. Oh my god, I didn't realize I was in all caps. That's still. Is there anything else we've learned about Everall, aside from the fact that he's cunning, which we already know from record? Not that I can think of for now. Should probably go update Atlas. And Mr. Smith. Yeah, TV head. I apparently already knew that. Okay, that's good. There's so many people that I need to talk to still. To get an idea of what's going on here. But for now, if I can make it so this place remains at least long enough, I think I'd be happy. And that is going to be it for the lore. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Yippee! Yippee! Is Stealth still around? Yes, he is. He cannot hear us though. Help, come back.
Fog.
I did not expect our talk to go on for that long. I was like,
Yeah?
oh, I have so many questions. I want your brain. I want to pick it apart. I want to shake it in a jar.
I would like to study you.
Yeah. I also noticed the teleportation block while I was scouting the place earlier, but I did not expect it to trigger like 7 times within 10 minutes.
Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck was up with that block. That was yeah. I don't know about that one. That was weird.
I have an idea, but it's a behind the scenes reason, and I'm probably not going to discuss that.
Yeah, I already whined at Luke about it, so
Yeah. So this is the proof that the lore in here is just scuffed every time.
it is. It's so scuffed.
But hopefully it's still good.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Everall, for being here with me for the lore.
Of course, of course.
And thank you, everybody in the chat who was here as well.
Yeah.
I am sending affection to all of you. And on that note, we're going to be ending here for tonight. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time.